Welcome to Barbie's Bitch House. Hi guys.
Last time, a lot of really fucked up things happened. We learned that Bill has foreskin, and I think that's punishable by death. And it was just really gross. And
Dick Cheese.
Miss Goulash, or whatever the fuck her name was, pulled the dick back, and it was just so icky. I think Dr. Stud's gonna come up in here and tell Bill he needs to get his shit together. So, we're going to see, this chapter is called The Second Appointment. Dr. Veronica Stud exhaled slowly. Bill Badger was indeed a hunk. Her first assessment of him had been correct, if totally understated. He was a perfect specimen of the modern London man. All she had to do was get him under her sexual influence, without losing her professional license to practice. The draped thong was the first step. She would make it appear like a sexual test. Yes, she'd call it the stud test number 1 after her father. Why the
fuck would you name it after your father?
Sexual test after your dad. She needs a therapist.
She needs fucking therapy.
Jesus. The fact he was a down and out alcoholic who'd never seen a thong in his short life wouldn't matter. What? The fact he was a down and out alcoholic who'd never seen a thong in his short life wouldn't matter. That is crazy to me. Is she saying her dad is a down and out alcoholic? What does that mean?
What is it?
The fact he was a down and out alcoholic who'd never seen a thong in his short life wouldn't matter. Is she talking about her dad?
Is she talking about her dad or is she talking about Bill? I don't think she's talking about Bill.
Let me see.
Why would her dad care about her?
I don't understand, because Bill's dad was like, here's your sex therapist. Like, girl, this is weird. Veronica knew it was going to be a tough one, but she'd already had some pretty good other ideas as how to progress, and this evening was only the first stage. She'd be ambitious, she thought. If the stud test number 1 went well, then she'd continue on to number 2. Ew! She was literally wetting herself, anticipating the touch.
Did that girl just piss her pants? She needs a diaper.
I know, bitch is gross. She was literally wetting herself, anticipating the touch of Bill's cock. She was becoming infatuated, she analyzed. Wow, you're so fucking smart, Dr. Stud. This was very dangerous territory. Test number 2, however, would send her home satisfied, if not hungry for more. Even better, it would keep her professional reputation intact. Stud smiled, reaching across to a console, flicked a switch, and asked Bill to enter her consulting room. Good evening, Bill. Thanks for coming along at such short notice. Dr. Stud waved him to sit down, and as Bill was about to do so, he spotted the female thong on his chair, opposed to a male thong. I mean, I guess they would be different because it'll fit, like, the dick or whatever.
Well, but if it's a thong, it's not really supposed to, like, fit anything.
Yeah,
I
don't
right?
really... whatever, anyways. Spotted the female thong on his chair. He picked it up and handled it tenderly, almost like a newborn baby. Why is he comparing a fucking thong to a baby? That's weird. Ew! Sorry, I just saw a part from a different page. We'll get there when we get there. Bill sighed. A very well-worn thong indeed, but of excellent quality. He turned it over. Yes, as I guessed, it's a Blue Bella Emerson. Beautifully made. Did you buy it from Fig Leaves? Yes, I did. A startled Veronica Stud had answered the question without meaning to. She's startled like she wasn't the one who just fucking said it. She'd wanted to pretend a client had forgotten to put it back on, but that delicious scenario was now a no-no. Bill continued, becoming quite enthused. Yes, they're great value. My favorite is the Blue Bella Nova thong. Some of my, let's put it this way, more relaxed clients wear nothing else. Bill's face reddened. This was a conversation he shouldn't be having with his sex shrink. That's literally why you're fucking there. What do you mean that is not a conversation?
Well, technically his dad set up the appointment, so, like, he didn't want to go there.
I'm just like, girl, he could choose not to go. Bill knows what he's doing. Don't act shy, Bill. We know you fuck.
I know. Earlier, and it was like, he's just too shy. I was like, no, you're fucking not.
He literally fucks trees, probably.
With his dirty ass cheese foreskin.
It's so disgusting. That's why that chair smelled like old mac and cheese. It's his fucking dick. She's like, ooh, Bill's face... Why would anyone honestly like Bill? I don't... Ew. Way too much information. He tossed the thong across the desk to Dr. Studd, who snatched it out of the air and sat down heavily on the chair. Tough day, Bill? Oh, hold on. Tough day, Bill? Asked Veronica quietly. They're all tough days, Doc. Now what about my blood tests?
They're all tough days.
Veronica Studd suddenly remembered the reason she'd had Bill pulled into the consulting rooms and grabbed for her clipboard. Sorry to say they're inconclusive.
Her clipboard or her clipboard?
It sounds like clipboard every time I say it. Sorry to say they're inconclusive, Bill. So normal procedure is to retake the sample in another 2 weeks. But whilst you're here, we can speed up some of the processes I want to assess you on. More like ass-s. Strip, please.
He's just...
Bill knew better than to argue.
Bill knew better.
Bill knew better than to argue and stripped off in front of the doctor. Oh, God, Maddie. Now, Bill, hold this thong in your hand and slowly smell it.
No! It probably smells like fish.
Or, like, just straight up shit.
Or it just smells like ashes, because we know she's fucking old. Like, it smells
Ashes?
like, it smells like fucking baby powder. Like,
Like she's already been fucking cremated. You said ashes.
yes. Exactly.
Yes, I know
Ashy
it's a strange...
bitch.
Now, Bill, hold this thong in your hand and slowly smell it. Yes, I know it's a strange request, but this initial assessment is called the stud test. Bill looked up in alarm and said, But Doc, your name...
Doc! But Doc, what do you mean?
Bill is acting stupid on purpose. Bill looked up in alarm and said, But Doc, your name is Stud. Is this your research?
Is this your... Is this your thong? Is this your research?
No, Bill, sadly not. It was my father's.
So you're telling me that he had men come in there and smell his panties? Is that what we're getting?
That's
here?
what I'm assuming. And then she knows about it.
His shit-stained panties. He's like, here.
He's like,
Take a snap.
He's a little... Come here, Bill.
That's literally her. She's like, come here, Bill.
And then he starts going, sniffing it. And then someone comes in and they're like, wow, how do you get him to get so relaxed? And it's like, it has my smell on it.
It's fucking chloroform.
No, Bill, sadly not. It was my father's. Please do as I ask.
Do as I fucking ask. Don't fucking tell me.
Bill slowly...
She's like, I'm the doctor here. Oh, no.
Bill slowly brought the skimpy garment to his nostrils and breathed in deeply. It really smelled.
It really smells.
It's not even the end of the sentence, but it's really funny. It really smelled, just like any other female thong he'd been forced to smell that week.
How many fucking thongs have you smelled, Bill?
He's like, oh, I was forced to do it. Bill, you chose to smell them thongs.
You chose to just...
You chose to smell... I forgot the other bitch's name. Carmen... whatever. Hold on. But it did have the desired effect. Veronica tapped her stopwatch and counted the seconds it took Bill Badger's cock to fully rise. She calmly noted down the timing and hoped her hand wasn't shaking too much with her heightened blood pressure at the sight of Bill's magnificent physique. Good, Bill. In fact, excellent. Now I want you to feel its texture between your fingers.
Texture of the panties?
No, his penis.
Oh.
Good, Bill. In fact, excellent. Now I want you to feel its texture between your fingers. Try to imagine you just removed it from a girlfriend and tell me what you would do next. Bill grimaced, just like me while I'm reading this chapter. This was exactly the sort of sex therapy he didn't want to get involved with. Yet, he chose to go to the appointment.
He knew she was gonna do this.
Bill's like, oh, he's the type of fucking guy that'd be like on a diet, and he's like, oh no, I tripped, and then like fucking make a whole pizza. Oops, I tripped. Or no, I'm just imagining when Bill's older, he goes to the doctor, and they're like, oh, why is this shampoo bottle in your ass? Oh, I just fell in the shower. Over and over and over again. Until I squirted. Like, that's what's going on here. Bill grimaced. This was exactly the sort of sex therapy he didn't want to get involved with. It was too easy to make a mistake without knowing it and then get labeled wrongly. Please, Bill. Time is money.
Time is money.
Bill sighed and thought of Beatrice. He'd never even seen her thong. She probably didn't even own one. God, how lucky he'd be if he ever did. But he could imagine.
Beatrice is just the pussy he can't get.
I know, he's like, that's the only reason he likes her, is because he can't get her easily. I would stand back and look at the lady's naked legs before me. Wow, legs, that's so hot. I would then walk over to
Oh, wow, you have limbs? That's so hot.
He's like, let me lick them fucking kneecaps. He's like, is that an ankle bracelet? Ooh. I would cankles. I would stand back and look at the lady's naked legs before me. I would then walk over to a nearby table and gently place the thong on it, essentially buying time and checking whether she wanted me to continue. Bill continued to imagine Beatrice in his mind. Let's imagine she's up for it, Bill. Keep going. Dr. Studd pulled her chair closer to her desk, thereby hiding her lower... thereby hiding her lower body from Bill's gaze. Slowly, she raised her white lab coat and started to finger her sodden clitoris.
Her sudden clitoris?
Sodden.
Oh, fuck. I was like, oh.
The lady opened her legs just a fraction, and I took both ankles in my hands. I think Bill's like imagining. Okay. I gently spread her legs as wide as she could physically allow, and I knelt down on my knees. I placed my tongue on her vagina. This is so... I could never say this to a person, like a sex therapist, being like, I suck his dick. Like, that's weird. And start to massage her swelling lips. All the time, penetrating deeper and deeper eventually, finding her clitoris, which I would resolutely punish most diligently. My question is, like, I feel like her actual job is to, like, see if he has cancer in his testicles. And she's just like, ooh, we're gonna fuck around. And he finds out he has cancer. Testicular cancer. And she's like, oops. Because that is what is expected of me. Bill finished and looked at Dr. Studd. I suppose you think I'm an animal. Hold on. Veronica gurgled. She just had a mini orgasm and was in no fit state to reply lucidly to Bill's unfinished sentence. Ew! She immediately sat up straight and wiped her wet fingers on her hair, hoping Bill wouldn't notice her flushing face. After a short time, she regained her composure, which she cleverly hid by putting her pencil into her mouth. Wow, that's so clever. And replied, No, Bill, I think that's the first time you've told me. That indicates you may worry you have a deeply hidden sexual awareness complex. But don't worry, we can fix it together, you and I.
We can fix it.
I can fix you, you and I, but it will demand stamina and complete body awareness for the both of us. Can you agree to this? I mean, for me, it's just a job. Well, a career. But you might find it too much. What are your thoughts? Bill looked down at Dr. Studd and nodded. His father was right. There was something deeply wrong with him sexually. But why is his father like, Bill, your cock isn't performing as good as it should? What is wrong with Bill Badger's dad? Also, he has a dead mother. He has all sorts of fucking issues.
You know, poor Bill. Not really poor Bill, but like poor
fuck
Bill.
you, Bill, but also fuck you, Bill. Father's sexually. Imagine the father's just a priest that touched. Anyways, but thank God his father had found the correct sex therapist for his particular problem. Yes, he could do this. He would agree to Dr. Studd helping him no matter what it took. Dr. Studd, I respect your dedication to my problem, and in return, I agree to do whatever it takes to make me better. Veronica smiled deeply, both inside and out. This was fantastic news. Her 6-month drought of little sexual activity was about to come to an end, literally. It didn't say literally. And she was getting paid for it. Veronica Studd coughed and continued. Good news, Bill. I can't say it won't be easy for either of us, but I always rise to a challenge, and from what little I've seen of you, I think you do too. Now, I need to do one more test before I can let you get back to your normal life. It's called, for your information, the stud test number 2. Basically, it's a sperm count. So I want you to hold a bowl in front of your penis like this. Dr. Studd pushed back her chair from her desk, got up and walked to a cupboard on the far side of the consulting room. Ew. Bill noticed the wet patch low down on the back of her white lab coat, but thought nothing much of it. Probably just some spilt water from a previous client, he mused. He's so fucking dense. She returned with a white plastic dish and gave it to Bill. I want you to masturbate and ensure the semen is caught inside this container. Can you do it for me, Bill? In the meantime, I will take measurements necessary for the test, okay? This feels really, really shitty foreplay. Bill nodded.
I know, she kind of fucking sucks, doesn't she?
I know, she's like, I want you to come in this. Or no, she's like, I want you to masturbate your semen. Or it's like,
I want you to masturbate your semen in here.
Bill nodded. His overactive cock had actually...
His overactive cock?
It's like talking, being all crazy. His overactive cock had actually subsided back to its parked position. As he liked to call it. He's about to parallel park that into her asshole, probably.
He's about to park that big
Mack truck. Around this little garage. More like a big garage. Veronica definitely has a fucking pussy. That's big. I feel like when Veronica goes downstairs, her pussy claps and it probably sounds like a standing ovation. Like, that's how loose her vagina is. Veronica, now safely ensconced behind her desk, studied him closely with her alert green eyes and started the timer with her left hand, while her right found her sopping clit. Bill exploded into the vessel just 46 seconds later.
Damn, he didn't last very long.
I know, and he's pathetic. And Dr. Studd enjoyed her second mini orgasm with the appointment. The wet stain on the back of her lab coat had grown significantly, Bill noticed, as a blushing Dr. Studd wobbled her way.
Wobbled?
Wobble, 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 wobble. I just imagine she's like, this like old lady that's just like, yeah. Wobbled her way with the container back to her workbench. He wondered if he should point it out, but thought the better of it. It didn't do to meddle in other people's work practices, he thought. Dr. Studd turned to Bill and said, Thank you, Bill. That was an excellent start to part 1 of the Studd test number 2. We'll complete the test at our next appointment. I'll get one of the girls to ring you on your mobile. I take it this time of day suits you best? Yes, please, Doc, said Bill, looking at his watch now fully dressed. Yes, he thought, this was the best time for him, and he would still catch the gang for curry night at the Crooked Man. Thank you again, Doc, Bill said as he left the room. The pleasure's all mine, Bill, shouted Veronica. The pleasure's all mine, Bill, shouted Veronica at Bill's departing back. The pleasure's truly all mine. As the outside door slammed shut, Dr. Studd tore off her lab coat and brassiere. She lay naked, prone in her swiveled desk chair, and masturbated for the third time in 40 minutes.
The third time in 40...
That fucking chair has seen better days.
That fucking chair probably stinks. It's all slimy.
Has like a snail trail on it.
Yeah, that chair fucking stinks.
Life was so sweet, and it was going to get sweeter. And that is the end of the chapter. Chapter 10 is called 73 Shaftesbury Avenue.
I'm sorry.
What the fuck?
We're like, what does that mean?
We're like, what the fuck? And apparently they're going to go eat curry after he just jerked off in a petri dish. So, what do you think of the chapter?
I'm gonna be honest here.
I was kind of bored.
It's kind of, eh.
I think it's like we've become so desensitized to the porn. We're like, if
no,
there's...
the chapter before that was even crazier. Just for some
it's
reason
just
it
like,
was.
And I mean, it's not that like nothing happened. I'm just like, Dr. Studd, you're being weird.
You're like, stop being fucking weird.
Like, stop. So gross. Anyways, we hope you guys enjoyed this episode, and we will see you next time.